Hello everyone, my name is Saige and welcome to this video everybody. In this video, I'm going to be going over two different things because one, I do want to be talking about the cluster effect of, the Christmas Ultimatum and many other guns that got nerfed, which a lot of people are very happy about. But I also really want to talk about the charge weapons nerf that they did. So a lot of people are not too happy with the fact that they nerfed a bunch of charge weapons. No one really says, nerf charge weapons, they're so OP. There are a few of them that should be nerfed, but some of them were nerfed with no, reason for it. No one really asked for a nerf for them. But the main thing of this video, guys, I will be talking about the Christmas Ultimatum being nerfed, as well as weapons like the pulling sucker gun, which have been nerfed as well, which is awesome for multiple game modes. At first, it was just for something like flag capture, but now it is nerfed for all game modes across the board. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to click that like button. I'd very much appreciate that. Also, subscribe to the channel because I do post Pixel Gun 3D content very regularly. So, yeah, let's go ahead. To fully understand what happened with the Christmas Ultimatum, I will first become a virus member by applying their settings and using their guns. So I went ahead into duels and I did just that. And now I'm trying to use the Christmas Ultimatum and the pulling sucker gun to try and figure out how bad it became. And honestly, guys, it doesn't really feel too different. Like, for the main attack damage, it's definitely the same. If you get hit directly with the Christmas Ultimatum, you'll probably die, unless you have the clan armor, which I will be talking about here in a little bit. But the cluster effect is what they actually nerfed. They didn't nerf the weapon itself, they just nerfed the effect damage of all cluster weapons, so they say. Now, that doesn't really make too much sense to me, because there's a few weapons whose cluster effect still has a lot of damage being done by them, so we will look at that soon. But first, guys, the Christmas Ultimatum, the weapon everyone's been talking about, the Christmas Ultimatum, guys. So, really powerful, obviously, spammed by a lot of players, similar to this guy, who looks like he should be a virus recruit. So obviously, players who spammed the Christmas Ultimatum found the game to be increasingly easy day by day, because of the fact that they didn't have to try in order to win. The Christmas Ultimatum did so much damage that they didn't really have to put any effort in order to actually get the kills. They just shot it, and the cluster effect of the gun did the rest. And so the fact that they nerfed the cluster effect of all apparent cluster weapons is actually really good. It'll make duels and definitely escort a much better game to play. Right now, no one likes playing duels or the the escort game mode, because no one likes getting spammed by Christmas Ultimatum. But now that it is nerfed, I think a lot more people will start to play it, especially escort, because no one likes playing escort because of the really overpowered heavy weapons. And this was definitely the main antagonist for all people who enjoyed playing it. So despite it not having that great damage anymore for the cluster effect, it does still one-shot, as you guys can see here, to people who do not have the clan armor. However, I went to another game where someone had clan armor, and they also had the Christmas Ultimatum at level 65, and we tested out the Christmas Ultimatum on each other. Now, me and him both had clan armor equipped, and so the clan armor is definitely better than the non-clan armor. So if you ever get hit with the Christmas Ultimatum, you're going to have to hit them 2 times, because obviously it's not going to one-shot anymore, and that's honestly really good. The fact that it doesn't one-shot anymore makes game modes like duels, especially, and escort a lot better. Being one-shot by the Christmas Ultimatum definitely frustrated a lot of people, but now that the cluster effect is gone, no one's gonna really use it anymore. They're going to switch to a few other weapons, which I will be talking about here momentarily, because of the fact that you can easily outrun a bullet. But before, the cluster of damage of the Christmas Ultimatum was so high that you couldn't even outrun it no matter what you did. The damage was just that bad. So unfortunately, there are a lot of other weapons, which I will show you guys here in a second, that still have a bad problem with the cluster effect, which is why I don't think that they truly nerfed all cluster weapons, just the Christmas Ultimatum. I mean, look at this, guys. You have to hit them 4 times with cluster in order for them to die. That's really good. So, some of the other weapons that I'll be talking to you guys about are like the Big B's Oven, the Armadillo, the Bedever, the Pulley Blasty, other guns like that have the cluster effect. So, obviously, those weapons do the same damage as they did before, which means that this isn't over. This is just the end of the Christmas Ultimatum. The other weapons are still just as good as the Christmas Ultimatum previously was, but are, I guess, rarer than the Christmas Ultimatum, because, I guess everybody just thought that the Christmas Ultimatum was the best weapon in the game, but honestly, there are a lot of weapons that are just like it. I'd say that the Bedever is the only one that doesn't really fit in the category because of how much travel time it does have, and it is a very weird shot. Like, it shoots forward a little bit, and then it rolls on the ground, around before doing a little bit of a cluster effect. I don't know, but as you guys can see here as well, the pulling sucker gun was also nerfed to the point where you only have 4 bullets whenever you spawn. As you guys can see there in my inventory, whenever you do start off with the pulling sucker gun, you only have 4 shots available. So that's really, really good, I guess. So that means that not many people are going to be spamming that anymore, so that's also really good. They're definitely moving in the right direction here when they're trying to, you know, nerf these weapons that everyone's complaining about being overpowered, but there's definitely more steps to be made. As you guys can see here, there are still various weapons with the cluster effect that will one-shot you despite having clan armor, unlike the Christmas Ultimatum. So I think that they only nerfed the Christmas Ultimatum. But I can let you, I guess you guys can tell me what you think down in the comments, because, you know, I don't personally have many of these cluster effect weapons. I only have the Christmas Ultimatum from like a long time ago. And I only started using it like I guess today, honestly, just to use it for the video. So I don't really know how overpowered it was before it became super popular. I don't know if it was popular at all before, or if they nerfed it once before. I'm not sure, but one thing is for sure, they definitely nerfed it, and that's good. But there are, like I said, more steps to be made. Other weapons need to be nerfed as well. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to see that happen. You know, I think they're going to be like, oh my god, stop telling us to nerf everything, because then there's not going to be any guns that are good anymore. Now, they also nerfed the charge weapons, which is honestly probably not the greatest move in the world, because no one really asked for it to be nerfed. No one said, hey, charge weapons are kind of OP, you should probably nerf them. They just nerfed all charge weapons, and I don't really know why. And the way that they nerfed them was they made it so that their charge up time starts all the way from the beginning, which honestly makes sense, but before, all the weapons that could charge up started at like 45% way charged, and so every single weapon now has to start from 0. And honestly, the worst one for me is the Last Cry, because the Last Cry is a weapon that I used a lot. I really love the Last Cry a lot, man, but they really did nerf it hard, as you guys can see here. Before, I used to like tap it in midair, and as soon as I touched the ground, I would be able to like boost forward, and that was a really, really good way to avoid getting killed by the Christmas Ultimatum, and it made playing escort a lot more fun as well, because you can move around easy and stuff. But now they just kind of nerfed it, and it sucks a lot, because I really did like the Last Cry. I was going to be the melee that I used for the rest of the game that I played, honestly, so it kind of sucks that they nerfed it, and they nerfed pretty much every other weapon as well. Like, even this thing here, they also nerfed for some reason, and I don't even know why this thing got nerfed, because for most people that have, like, really, like, the best clan armor, it won't one-shot them. Like, if they have the gold clan armor, they won't even get one-shot. Like, imagine having to charge up a weapon for 5 seconds, and it doesn't one-shot them. Well, for the professional bow, it does one-shot them after you have to charge it up, so that's good. But I mean, look at the charge up time. You have to wait so much longer to shoot now, and I don't know why they did that. I don't think I know anyone who has ever complained about the charge weapons. No one, I don't think, has ever complained about that. Like, I mean, I guess like weapons like the Dragon Bite deserve to be nerfed and stuff, but none of these weapons that they nerf, man, they really put a nerf on charge up time in general. All weapons with charge, and it doesn't really make sense. Like, even the charge rifle, which doesn't even one-shot, it got nerfed as well. Like, why? Like, why would you nerf weapons that don't need a nerf? I don't really know why they did this, guys, but it definitely made a lot of people upset, because a lot of people really liked weapons like the Last Cry, especially for escort. At the end of the day, they definitely did a very great thing by nerfing the Christmas Ultimatum. It made it so that duels is now finally going to be a playable game mode again, because not a lot of people like to play duels anymore. It's always full of people who are spamming the Christmas Ultimatum, and honestly, it's just not that fun. And because of the fact that they nerfed the Christmas Ultimatum, now people are probably going to start playing duels again, and that's really good. And the same thing goes for the escort game mode. The escort game mode might have some more players now, because they're not going to be afraid of getting insta-killed by the Christmas Ultimatum or just spammed by it anymore. So they definitely did a great thing by nerfing the Christmas Ultimatum. However, there are still a lot of heavy weapons that are very similar to the Christmas Ultimatum in damage, function, and overall ability to be used. So we might see some more spamming with other weapons such as the Bedever, the Armadillo, and many others. Let me know what you guys think about this cluster weapon nerf down in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be happy. And also, let me know what you guys think about the charge weapon nerf. I know a lot of people really liked the Last Cry, and it's very sad that it is now nerfed, because it's kind of not even able to be used anymore, to be honest. It was one of those only guns that made the game a lot more fun, because you're able to move so much easier and faster, and you could troll with it. It was awesome. But it was nerfed. I don't know anyone who's saying, like, oh, the Last Cry is OP, charged weapons are OP. I never really heard that, guys, and I know a lot of people are pretty upset that it's nerfed, so let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments. Anyway, that is the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to my channel because I do post Pixel Gun 3D content often. Also, I do have a Minecraft server. The info to it is down in the description. Make sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching.